Seriously, why is it not? There we go. There we go. All right. All right. Quite a morning. Quite a night. Both. How's everybody feeling? Pretty good. I'm still waking up. But pretty nice wake up. Finally got some sleep. And then I'm up early streaming. Things are looking pretty darn good. New yearly high, 2020. It's 2020 finally has some silver lining. Been a long year. Been a very long year. Man, let's look back. Look back at the year. Might be. I didn't even plan on this. Interesting. Copy. 20 WTF. It's gonna be a year in review. Won't take. All right. 2020. Where we started. Started off at 7. $7,100. Man, really haven't come that far for a whole year, it feels. But that's the way it goes.
Here we go.
Sure, numbers are correct here. Okay. What year in review? So started out at 7,165. Went all the way up to 10,522, down 3,850. And today, finally, October 21st. 12,874, new yearly high. Looking back at 2019, yearly high of 13,868. Not that far away. Actually, very close. The thing that's interesting here is, since we've exceeded August, the high in August, which was actually considerably lower, 12,486. There's not that much in our way now. There are some resistances. We can see these peaks when we look left. Maybe some even older resistances from the 2017-18 rally collapse. Those really can only be seen on the weekly and the monthly. Slap on. We're just taking a card. So right here, switch it to the monthly. This can also be seen not on other time frames like the quarterly, I believe, and the yearly. But if we take this line,
Invincible.
make it a little more visible, we can see that this is likely the only remaining important value. Important resistance. There are going to be resistances. Monthly wicks, you can argue any of those are going to be resistance. We looked at the weekly, we had a few on the weekly as well. But in reality, you can see that the monthly close in December 2017 and the open in January 1st, 18 is almost to the penny. $5 off. That's close enough in Bitcoin to be to the penny. dropping frames? It better not be dropping frames. Actually, I almost guarantee I am because I didn't turn off the other stream like I did. Oh, I did. Probably am. Do I want to turn that off? How many people are watching it? 44. I'll just let it go. You know what though I will do is I will spam link over there. Yeah, I agree. Let's get more fam. Get more fam. Get them to join. You guys can do your part. You feel obligated. The ways you can help: smashing that like button, subscribing, and go ahead and share this on social media. Share the stream. Get everybody in here. It's gonna be a long one today. We got a lot to go over. Starting it simple. I actually plan on going back and editing this one into more digestible video. So we'll see how that goes. So the close, as I was saying, close of December 17, open of January 1st, 18, coincides or essentially creates a horizontal here that we see the 1st of June, or not the 1st of June 2019, found resistance there. So this is likely the last real significant hurdle we have. That's my opinion. There are resistances above us. You can look at those in more detail, but if we want to look at this chart and really just look at what's important, most important values, this is going to be it. 13,860 something in the 60s. There are absolutely resistances. You can argue it all day. I'll agree with you. Wow, why can't we see these here? Super annoying. Buddy. You can argue all day. I'll agree with you. There are. We can use this wick here. 13.1. Whatever. There are in fact several resistances near this area, but the most important right here, this is the full blasters, rocket boosters online. Would not surprise me, and in fact I won't even say that. That's typically my conservative language. I'll go one step further. I fully expect resistance at this level. To not see resistance at this level would be would blow my mind. I wouldn't even know what to say. So let's take a look. We're gonna do this backwards. So we're gonna take a look at what got us here. And I know maybe, well, not maybe, I'm sure a lot of you are saying, Tom, stop talking about old stuff you want to know about right now. I feel you. So what we'll do for those people is I'm gonna set an alert. Set an alert. It's gonna be a really annoying alert. It'll go off for 10 seconds. And if that goes off, I'll shut up and we'll go back. So until that alert goes off, assume price is pretty much where it is. So we had a bunch of things that led us to this point. It really started showing in September. The first sign we had was right here. Hard to see. But September's closed a quarterly candle, the third quarter of 2020. And it's really difficult to see, so I'll zoom in. But it was a higher quarterly close. It was the second highest quarterly close ever for Bitcoin. Second only to the close of Q4 in 2017. Right here we see that. Big deal. That should have gotten many eyes looking, and I would argue likely got hedge funds, big money. That probably caught some attention. A lot of people, especially if you don't have this chart zoomed in, you look at it and you're like, oh, that doesn't really look higher. It is significant. Absolutely significant. second highest quarterly close ever. That was what tipped us off. So we were actually on the stream looking for that, actively looking. It's near the end of October. That's where our eyes were almost every day, trying to find some edge, something that would suggest that we're gonna get that close, and we did, but it wasn't so spectacular. You guys remember October opened at 10,500 or something, 600. Did not feel as awesome as it was. So we kept looking, and we started to find more and more as we looked. We started to notice bullish divergences on indicators. We were seeing them everywhere. These are longer time frames. We're on the 2-day. We're going to keep going. MACD and RSI both putting in lower lows, while the price remained with a higher low, showing some strength. So we moved to the 3-day. I don't even need to really move these arrows. We saw it on the 3-day. We saw it on the 4-day. Saw it on the 5-day. I do have to start moving these arrows because they're still same thing. We have a higher low in price and a lower low swing on our indicator. And we saw it even on the 6-day. And so that was pretty remarkable. Actually, the 6-day just last night confirmed. Confirmed by swinging back to the buy side of our histogram here. Like shaking. But that's not all. I think that's all. You're like, oh, that's a lot. No, not even close. I'm working my way backwards. The 4-day. Yeah, not. I don't think that many people use Ichicloud anymore. But yeah, all the OG technical analysts I know do. 4-day. You watch this live here, October 11th. 4-day Ichi twist. This is the most bullish signal Ichi can give. Is the cross up above the clouds. Boom. October 11th. You're getting everything. Right around here is when I really started having confidence in this rally. That is a massive signal. Last night, I'm calling this our shining star because it's our shining star. Last night's close, this is now on the 3-day, confirmed the same signal. I'll be honest, it's a little unusual to see the 4-day confirm before the 3-day. So yeah, I can't really speculate if that's better or worse. Either way, they're in agreement. Yesterday's close spawned this candle at 11,926, and within it's been what, 22? No, I'm bad at math right now. 16 hours. Already touched as high as 12,869. This is all technical. None of this is hopium. It's funny. If this person's watching, please don't take any offense to this. It's just a funny story. Someone asked me a few days ago. They said, "Yeah, like, are you bullish or bearish, Tom?" And I said, "Well, dude, got the quarterly close, second highest in history. We have 2-day, 3-day, 4-day, 5-day, 6-day bullish divergence on RSI and MACD. We have the 4-day above the cloud Ichi twist." I can't remember, it's probably something else. Oh, you know, I didn't even tell them this part. But we'll look at this one too. This is one more. 200 MA daily. Where's my 200 EMA daily right here. reaching a new all-time high, which has actually been true since August 16th. Never has the 200 EMA been this high, even at 20,000. 2017, when price was not double, but close to double right now. The 200 exponential moving average was still lower. And they said, oh man, that's some hopium. And I said, well, like, you know me, I'm always bullish, but there's no hopium. Like, it's not hopium, it's just technical. These are just technical signs. None of this has to do with what I believe or how I feel about Bitcoin. These are just technical. And they were like, yeah. All the signs have been there. Throughout September, this whole area, this was the lowest viewership that my channel, I think, has ever gotten in at least a year. Lowest. I can see the analytics. The engagement was down. The views were down. Subscribers, I honestly think I got maybe 40 subscribers. That's like one a day in September. And we started seeing that change. Honestly, I want to say like right as October started, which didn't really make sense to me because price hadn't really moved. Might have been like spit. But people started watching again. Certainly this increase that I've seen in these analytics is not the same as back here when we were streaming. This was the highest. We had 1,000 people viewing at one point. But what we saw is like an uptick. Tyrenius Lamar Brown, what's up, man? Thank you, brother, for the $1.99. Am I bullish on Litecoin? Oh, dude. Oh, man. That's another good story. I was talking about Litecoin yesterday. I'm always bullish, man. You know the Hulk in the Avengers? I think it was the Avengers. And he's like, do you want to know what my secret is? I'm always angry. That's me, except bullish. That's my secret. I'm always bullish. Litecoin, I am like short term, maybe even actually now. I haven't been able to say that in a long time. But yeah, if you were here yesterday, I was talking about how I made a rather large, especially for me, purchase, adding to my bag of Litecoin. I will be honest, did not expect for it to be making moves today. That was a long-term thing. That's okay. But yeah, dude, I'm a Litecoin fan. If you look back at Litecoin, the history, Silva. Meow, 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 meow. Sylv, you know I don't speak cat. I'm just a dog. I'm a Dodge speaker. Just borks. Man, I lost this. Yeah, the analytics way higher here, but we're starting to see them return. And this is actually, so we can take all those technical reasons that we just talked about that are numeric, empirical, they're quantifiable. But there's still one piece that is actually even better. Crap, and I missed one other signal of our bullish, and I'm gonna have to like edit the crap out of this to make this work. No, that's the job for another day. Anyway, I think actually the first signal we got, the first inkling that the market may be bullish, we actually got at the end of August. on that sell-off, which sounds really counterintuitive. Super counterintuitive. We have an episode. You go into my channel, you go to trading lessons or whatever, how to trade Bollinger Bands. We live. We're looking at this.
MIAUW bark MEOWWMIEW.
Bork. Yo, coin collector. Cheers, my friend. It's good to see you back.
Cheers, beer mugs to a multi-year bull run.
Rock and roll. I got those backwards for some reason on my feet. And still, thank you again, Bork Meow Bork. I guess I say that for... Honestly, I would say for free, though. For Sylv, anything. This was actually the first sign. I'm so pissed I got these out of order. As early as the first week of September, even the end of August. Bollinger Bands on the weekly. Bollinger Bands being simply a 20-week moving average. That's the middle line here. I'll make it thick. And it also creates an upper band and a lower band. And these bands are created simply by a standard deviation. No moving average or anything involved. But when this weekly at the end of August closed and wicked off, that's when we caught our eyes. If you're a patron, you likely took a long there. And very successful long there. Could still have it open. And what was important here, the reason that holding this was awesome, is if we look back to previous bullish markets, we see that that middle band is constantly used as support all the way up. We see touches to it, and we see price continuing until finally breaking through it. Good indicator in the future to be looking for. Breaking through that middle band, closing below. It's time to consider maybe your rally is over. And the most important aspect, I guess, of this is 2019. During this rally, we didn't get any of that. You can see that price pretty much avoided it altogether until losing its momentum. So we have great signs of a healthy bull run. A healthy run, a healthy market that's making typical retracements, typical tests of support on the way up. Very awesome. There's a lot of differences. I'm still in the opinion that the most important difference is this rally in 2019. Too much hype. Too much hype too fast. Maybe that's a symptom of not going back and testing or kind of checking off these boxes of what a bull market does. I get too much excitement, but too much hype. People were way too bullish. Now look at us here. Now we're at like the same level. We're actually up here where we only traded for a little bit. 2019. And yeah, I'm sure people are feeling some hype today. I'm feeling some hype today. But compared to June 2019 when we had 1,000 people in this room, the hype's not there. The hype is not there in comparison at the same price level. And I'm just going to make up a term. Sentiment divergence. Just made that up here, coined it. If anyone else ever uses it, tell me and I'll send my lawyers after them. Sentiment divergence. And why is that important? Bitcoin doesn't like attention. Weird, he's very shy. He, she. I think it's a she. She's very shy. Yeah, Bitcoin can be whatever it wants. It's shy. It likes to rally when no one's looking. No one was looking down here. No one was looking back at end of 2018, early 19. Nobody. No one was looking. I mean, I was looking. Some people in here were looking. But if you think of it as a macro, was the world looking? No. And interest increased, and all of a sudden, pretty much the world was looking at Bitcoin again. and then it sold off. What really happened, in my opinion, is that this was the halving. That's a terrible line. The halving happened right around here in that terrible line. And my opinion is price action came off the floor and people knew that the halving wasn't far, and the halving got super hyped, super heated, and people were jumping in thinking they were going to see the halving.
Cheers, Tom.
Blow price up. Cheers to you, my brother Justin Bond. Cheers. This is my short history of Bitcoin. And so people were in here thinking that the halving was just going to keep propelling price. I think that was a large factor in the overhyping. And so sold off right before the halving in April. And this was perfect timing. This was perfect timing. And the reason being is we went from, I will say this was about 95% hype. Close. Maybe we'll make it 85. And this sell-off in March made these lows, although we're pretty much equal in price, the hype in the space returned to about even. About even. There was, again, no one watching. And then we got a little bit of excitement. We had 3 months of chilling sideways. And this really killed hype again. A lot of you guys in here right now, we spent all this time together, and even we were bored. Like, I was bored, everybody was bored. I remember Silv was bored. And so it really cooled off the hype again. Got a little bit of excitement, sold off. And so what it's doing is it's really managing the hype well. Really well. And somehow, man, I never would have believed this was possible. It has returned to the highs. You know, we're very close to the highs of 2019. And if, let's say, the hype in 19 was 8 out of 10, I would say the hype right now is probably like a 4. Maybe a 4 out of 10. Last month it was probably like a 2.5. Maybe it was a 3 in August. It's probably like a 1 in March and a 1 back here in January. And that sounds counterintuitive because I know, and it's okay, everybody has this thought. When you're new, you think, but if it's a bull run, we need as many new people. We need all the hype we can get. We need everyone to be hype. We need everyone to be... I understand that, and that makes sense logically. It does. But it's just not how it works. I can't explain to you why. I can't give you a legitimate reason, but I can tell you by observing this thing for years is that it works backwards. When there's too much hype, that's when it starts selling. When profits start getting taken. There's one exception. One exception to this rule. And I've come up with like a little rule of thumb for this. My rule of thumb is there is one time where hype is allowed. There's one time where hype is allowed to bubble. And that is, I bet you could look back and historically this would work. It is 50% from the peak. It's 50% from the top. I have some logic that goes into this. Of course, I have no proof other than my experience, but I would say at about 10K, 2017. That was the time. We were probably at a 10 on the hype scale, and instead of instantly selling off, price was basically allowed to double. So we have done that. That's really what people are thinking when they say, but we want a bull run, we need everyone in. That is when that happens. So you don't really want that as a Bitcoin holder. Because when you see that happen, that means that the top is likely a 100% gain away from where you are. That sounds great, but it's not that great. It's not that great because that means that the run is likely over. And if everyone who is around in this time or in the previous cycles, you probably remember that there was some fear at 10 But 10 was really when hype was maybe at an 11, but allowed to boil, allowed to keep going. And it's just a sign of the top. And I think we can expect, if we are in a bull run now, which I believe, but maybe I'm wrong, not always right, we can expect that we have a long journey ahead. This is not going to ever look like this. If you want this, go buy a lottery ticket. That's the way you get those returns. I expect to see Bitcoin actively managing sentiment. So, I don't know, this is just made up. Maybe we overshoot the high, pull back, and it'd be a pretty big pullback then. That would be like 30%, 40%, like 20-30%. And then a nice rally again, and maybe like a smaller pullback and a move up. It's never going to be straight up. So everybody new who's joining, if you can't see price go up and down, this is not the asset for you. If we look back at price here, this is what I love to do because I think this really opens people's eyes, is ignore the numbers. In fact, I will make you ignore the numbers. We're going to change it. We're going to change it to percents. So let's assume we're right. I think we could be right here if we are looking for a mirrored spot. I think we could be right here, which means maybe we have a sell-off. I think if we get too much hype, we'll see this similar sell-off thing. Let's expand this out. And so say you entered here today. You would see price drop 20% and then recover. But you can see that there's these large peaks and then these pullbacks, and this is what happens over and over again. And this percent thing is not actually making it any easier to see this. Let's do an index to 100. Oop. Dang, what's the best way to do this? I guess I'll just have to show the pullbacks. So maybe we're here, maybe we're here, maybe we're here. Either way, let's say we get this next rally, which could take us, I guess the equivalent would be like 20K. So let's say we get to 20K. Everyone's just euphoric. Euphoric as anything. Look what happened. 37.29% pullback. If we're at 20,000 and we get that same pullback, that would be a pullback to about 13,000. That would be a $7,000 sell-off. $7,000. Can you handle a $7,000 sell-off? You should be able to if you're in Bitcoin. 37%. Fully expect to see this on the way up. It is not all up. It's not all sunshine and roses. There's only one time it's sunshine and roses, and that is about, like I said, that one more double before the top, and then 80-90% retrace. And this isn't just once. This isn't like, well, I can handle that once. We see it the whole time. A bull run is not all sunshine and roses. This way. Do we see it here? All right. Oh, we survived. You survived one, right? Okay, then you see price recover a little bit. Oh, you come to a next peak. 37.61% pullback again. So let's say this was 20. So let's say this is 30 now. This is like 30K we reach. 30,000 minus almost 40%. That's a $12,000 pullback. So that's from 30,000 down to 18. Yeah, that's right. 30,000 down to 18. And then you recover. And oh wow, ooh, new high, we're up again. Okay, now you're up here. That's 13 versus 7. This would be 40. Let's say we're now up at 40,000. 40,000 pulls down another 34%. I think you get what I'm saying. This was the previous bull run. I expect very similar price action. But that price action, it's easy when you look at it on a regular chart and you're zoomed out. It just looks like it went up. Looks flat. But look back. There's never, we had a little period here, 70 days, solid 70 days of growth there. And then this is actually a bigger pullback than the previous ones. That's 41%. So when you zoom out, it looks like nothing really happened, right? Like, I could survive that. But if you actually take the time to look at it, you'll see that it's never going to be straight up. And these are weekly candles, so even right here, this is 4 weeks of selling. This whole correction took 8 weeks, 9 weeks, maybe 10 weeks to actually saw some upside movement. That's a long time. It's a long time if you're not expecting this. Like, if you're not ready to see this, it's a long time. You need to be prepared. I think it's honestly likely that we see even larger pullbacks on this rally, or on the next bull run. There's another 40%. Should just box all these. I once had a chart where I wrote all the percents down. They're visible, but I'm too lazy to do that today. Hopefully this is making sense. What I'm trying to do is help people manage expectations with reality. And this is a double-edged sword, because expectations can be high, and reasonably so, man. I mean, zoom out and you look from bottom to top. Let's take it from $200. That's about where the previous bottom was, to the top, 10,000%. Let's round it. That's a big expectation. I don't think that's impossible to happen again. But in order to get there, we're likely going to take the same path. Each one of these boxes is about a 40% pullback. We got to 100,000 and we saw the same pullback. That would be a $40,000 pullback. We go from 10,000 to 60,000. That sounds really easy now because price is really low and you're like, man, I'd love to sell at 60,000. But I promise you it won't be. When you get there, it will not be. It will not be easy, because each one of these pullbacks is something I think people don't actually think about. Each one of these pullbacks could be the end of the rally. It could be this one. And we see that here, like, this is indistinguishable. If we cut out these other candles, even if we cut, this is the 20K top that sold to 10,500-ish. This is indistinguishable from all these other pullbacks. If you don't know the future, this is just like this, is just like this. There's really no distinguishing between them. You only know in hindsight. It's not gonna be easy. Bitcoin is not free Lambos, man. Bitcoin can get you Lambos. I don't know who really wants Lambos anymore. I want a Tesla. But they're earned. They're very much earned. They are not free. It is a brutal emotional test that not many people have the stomach for. I hope all of you do. I hope everyone in here does. But I promise that is not true. There are so many people who are going to end up folding early, and then there are going to be people who never fold. That might even be smarter if you're already in, and we are in a bull run, and we see a new all-time high. Might be smarter never to fold. But there are people who are going to sell out. Like, we have this solid, in my opinion, last resistance at 13,863. There are going to be people who sell their entire bag here. They're going to feel like a genius because this is not actually what I think is going to happen, but I'm just going to doodle it. The price goes up to here. You see that pullback, see a rejection from that resistance, and the people sold here thinking, I'm a genius. I'm the smartest man in the world. And then boom, it just reverses. Doesn't continue pulling back, and it could not happen here. It could happen anywhere. It's going to happen in the bull market. It's going to happen below 20,000. There's going to be a point where we get a fake out rejection. Very few people, incredibly few, I would say less than 1% of people make it from the bottom to the top. That equivalent would be like back here at $200-ish. Put it on the daily so I don't have to keep scrolling. That equivalent, and you can see why. Say they bought at 250. What percent of people do you think make it through all of these pullbacks, all of these tests, all of these fake outs, all the way up, each time getting bigger and bigger and bigger? How many do you think made it all the way up here? I think 1%'s overestimating. So how can you use that knowledge to do better, to be more successful? Because we have this knowledge, and of course, you, Alan Joseph, welcome. Thanks for the follow, brother. Welcome to the fam. How can we use this knowledge? Well, we don't know that it's gonna happen the exact same, but it's the knowledge. It's the data we have. It's better than assuming some other random assortment of moves. I don't think it'll be identical, but I think we're gonna see very similar movements. We can use this in one simple way to be more successful. We can take some. You can make up whatever portion you want. It doesn't really matter. I would suggest if you have over 1 Bitcoin, maybe just use one Bitcoin. I know that's a lot of money, but tuck it away. Don't allow yourself to do anything with it. Put it on cold storage. Take it away from yourself. Make it hard to access. Make it so you can't panic, sell it, or be tempted to trade it. Tuck it away, hide it from yourself, and then whatever else you have, go crazy. Do whatever you want. Because if you can do that, you ensure that you have something by the time you go from here all the way up. You can ensure you have something. The problem is, actually I've been saying this a lot. I'm going to say it again because we have a good amount of people viewing. And I like it. I like the analogy. Bitcoin is musical chairs. It's musical chairs. There's only one objective in musical chairs, and it's to have a chair when the music stops. Let's say the music stopping is when the bull run begins. If you don't have a chair, you're screwed. You lose the game. If you just take some of what you have, tuck it away, hide it from yourself. That's what I do. I put my stuff on cold storage just so I can't mess with it. But what you're doing is you're saving yourself a chair. You win by default. That's the best advice anybody can give. Alright. That is my long rant on a bunch of different topics. But I think it's really good advice. So let's actually look at the charts. Do some technical analysis. Check out the chat first. I don't even think I have it pulled up. I don't even have a window open to my own stream. I am careless. I literally don't. What the heck? Here we go. 280 watching. Freaking awesome. 50 minutes. 50 minutes of streaming, 280 watching. You guys are amazing. Amazing. Welcome. Welcome everybody. We've been picking up new faces constantly now. I love it. Amazing. Instead of catching up with the chat right away, I think there's a topic everybody wants to hear about. Man, I forgot to shave it. My face is up. I might shave at some point. PayPal. PayPal. Love with PayPal. Well, I just woke up not too long ago. I woke up to this news. But it does appear that today PayPal Holdings Inc. PYPL. Jacques Style. Welcome friend. Good to have you. Thank you for the follow. PayPal. I'm skeptical of all news. You guys know that. But I've been waiting for this one. This is like not the golden goose, but it's dang close to the golden goose. PayPal is one of the largest companies that, if this is true, which as far as I can tell so far it is, but I'm always skeptical, to provide customers access to cryptocurrency. I'm not sure how I feel about it. My personal experience, I will say over the years, one question I have been asked maybe the most about acquiring, using whatever Bitcoin is, can I buy Bitcoin with PayPal? Can I use blah, 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 like cryptocurrency PayPal? That has been one of the most asked questions in my career, for sure. So to hear that PayPal could be offering some kind of on-ramp to its customers, and its customer base is massive. I think that's pretty big news. I think that's big news. I will say I don't think that news, I can say this with full confidence. Thanks, Brave. I don't think that news had anything to do with this or this. That news came out today. We already saw all the signs for this. What I think this is it sounds kind of like MicroStrategy. Like Grayscale. Well, less like Grayscale because they've been in a long time. It just seems like it's the next in line of these companies finally, I don't even want to say finally seeing the value. What it really is, alright, what I really think it is these companies are finally seeing that, one, cryptocurrency is not going away. That they, at some point they all thought, okay, this is interesting, but it's just a fad. No one's ever going to go for this. And fundamentally, it is likely that analysts looked at that data that I just showed you.
I hope everyone ingested that advice, Tom.
Not from me, but on their own
if they
research.
did, they won't go far wrong over the next 2 years.
Exactly. Ultra Chaos Steve 2 the second. Thanks for the €5, my friend. I hope everybody did too. I bet that part of what this whole episode is going to be like the least digested, actually, of everything else I'm going to say. And it really is the most important. Can't stress that enough. I know it's boring advice, but it is the best. You need to protect yourself from yourself. It's really easy to do. You don't have to take 100%. You don't have to, not trade ever. But you need to take whatever percent is right for you and lock it away. Lock it away from yourself and everyone else, but from yourself. That is the best advice that no one ever wants to hear, as is boring. But yeah, thank you, Ultra Chaos Steve 2. I look forward to Ultra Chaos Steve 3, the sequel. I'm just playing. PayPal. Yeah, companies are finally seeing that it's not going anywhere. Likely it is achieving a level of liquidity.
PayPal chart must be watched today. Let's pay them back some love. I, for one, am very happy. Crypto is now becoming another step closer to easy use.
Thank you, Rico, as always, my friend. You are very appreciated. That's a good point. That is a good point, and I was probably going to miss that in my rambling. liquidity, governmental structure, on-ramps. The stars are aligning. Might not seem true. The newer you are to crypto, the less you're gonna really comprehend this. The longer you've been in crypto, the more you're gonna understand what I'm saying here. The speed at which crypto has been moving, not in price, but in fundamentals, in evolution, growth, and adaptation in the last 4 years has been light speed. Absolutely light speed. Like, it's even, if you're in a spaceship, like relativity, if you're in a spaceship going at light speed, I don't even know how, that works. Either way, like, I don't know, everything looks like it's frozen around you, something like that, or the other way around, one or the other. There's a relativity comparison there. It's hard to tell when you're sitting here, but when I started crypto, I was a political science major. That was my degree, and I joined because of the implications of government. That was my original excitement. And I remember saying, oh, this is going to be huge. Governments are going to all have their own currencies. They're all going to blah, blah, blah. And people used to laugh at me. And they were like, that's stupid. You're so much hopium. You're smoking hopium. You know, I never said that they would adopt Bitcoin because I didn't think that made sense. But it went from you're stupid or making fun of me to now almost every major country is at least looking into it, if not already working on it. If not, they've started a functional process of it. I think the digital dawn.
Tres Titos lives on. Join the Patreon. 95 long 100x trades in a row on BTC thanks to Tom's channel.
We're dropping frames. My brother, real estate. Thank you, brother, real estate. Sorry, everybody on Twitch. I had to shut it down. I really don't want to shut it down. Whoa, why do I have... I'm having issues. I don't want to shut it down, but it just won't let me do both. Twitch will be back up after this. Okay, it doesn't look like it crashed. Awesome. Light speed, guys. Light speed. Okay. What we have now was not even a dream a few years ago. It was like a fantasy. Every country in the world working on digital currency. Companies, publicly traded companies holding Bitcoin. And this is Bitcoin, not their own crypto. Bitcoin in their treasury or their reserve. It is insane. It is insane the distance that Bitcoin has gone in just the last few years. And it really does feel like just the beginning. It feels like the rocks are beginning to tumble. The avalanche. Rico. Another step to easy use. Yes. That is probably the most exciting thing about PayPal, though. Like I said, that is a question that's been asked of millions of times. How can I buy Bitcoin with PayPal? My answer has always been, I don't think you can. And if you can, I think it's the least efficient way to do it. So there's a good side and a bad side here. Good side and a bad side for PayPal entering our space. Good side. Legitimizes Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. That's good. Can be used as payments. That's kind of in the middle for me. It's a little in the middle. Not totally sold on if I want that or not. We can go to more of that later. But the third thing that I think is not good is, so what this really is this is PayPal stepping in and saying, hey, we'll be your middleman. We'll be the middleman to your bankless, trustless, middleman-less currency. And I don't think that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing for Bitcoin itself, but it's a bad thing for people who enter the space through them. It's bad for them personally, I believe. Maybe that makes sense, maybe it doesn't. The whole point is that you control your own asset. When you have PayPal in the middle, you're really just going back to the banking scheme. You're going back to, okay, you control my money and you can let me know when I spend it. You can tell me if I can or can't. You can charge me fees in the middle. So, I don't know. I don't think that it has a net negative effect on Bitcoin or its price. Sergio. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thanks for following, my friend. Welcome to the fam. Alright. Get rid of. Stop telling me that we dropped frames. I don't care. We did a while ago. Still dropping. Are we dropping frames? Is everything open? Yes, new yearly high. Are we dropping frames? I hate when we drop. Doesn't really look like it. Stream health. Stream is healthy. I got a healthy stream. Thank you, YouTube. Okay, so basically this. I don't think it's negative for Bitcoin. Wait, real estate, sorry, I had to turn that thing off. Kind of like forgot about your super chat. Thank you to real estate. You're right, join the patron. Join the patron. Patron link. Yeah, might as well just chill it quick because real estate brought it up. Drop the link in the chat to a public post when you have a minute. Check that out. Just like a taste of what the patrons get regularly. We'll talk about it more later. I'm not in the shilling mood. I'm in the preaching the corn mood. Spreading the good word, mate. So Bitcoin, yes, Bitcoin, PayPal. Guys, stop distracting me. It's your fault. Not negative for Bitcoin, but I think it has the potential to be negative for new people entering the space through PayPal. But again, and you guys can argue this with me. I'm down to argue this. Even that is like a double-edged sword because you're bringing in new people, but they're kind of getting boned. So does bringing in new people outweigh the cost or the negative of them getting boned? I don't know. But I do know this. You and I are fam, you guys, me, us. We should not do that. We should not use PayPal for crypto. That's silly. We're more intelligent than that. We don't need PayPal to be in the middle. We don't need that. We're our own banks. We don't need another bank. That's like your bank. What if your bank came to you and said, "Hey, you can buy Bitcoin through us. You can spend it." Like, why would you do that? You're just going back to fiat because you don't know if that bank actually has Bitcoin. I don't think. Oh, I think that's the important part. Someone said this. I haven't verified it. I don't believe you can withdraw. It's like a Robinhood scenario. I don't think you can withdraw crypto that's deposited to the platform from PayPal. That's a no-no for me. They'll never touch my Satoshis. No way. No how. Like a one-way street. What I don't like is just that you don't know if they have it, but that might not even matter because you're not allowed access to your own funds, so you're just going back to the bank. I guess the future's gonna tell. The future is going to be the judge of that. Is this a positive or do the positives outweigh the negatives? Chief Executive Dan Schulman said in an interview, we are working with central banks and thinking of all forms of digital currencies and how PayPal can play a role, he said. All right, here's another 2020 Tom Crown prediction. That's going to become pretty common language. The next time it won't be PayPal, it'll be something else. Banks, financial middlemen, lenders, they're going to be, man, that's so powerful, guys. Just think about how powerful that is. PayPal just said they're going to be thinking of how they can play a role. So they're catering to crypto. In a way, they're taking a knee. They're saying they're at the mercy. They're like, how do we do this? Like, how can we be in this? This has always been where this was heading. This has always been what we want. Is you can't beat them, join them. Try to join them, PayPal, but I'm just not sure how are they going to effectively play a role other than being your bank? That's the only thing I can imagine. Yes, they can do they can transfer currency. They can do that. They can like do the swapping for you. But then, you know, why is it even Bitcoin? It's just back to dollars. They can just pretend. They can just inflate their supply. They can loan out things they don't have. I think it's just going to become common language. How can we play a role in crypto? That might be the theme of 2021. PayPal citing having said that cryptocurrency payments will be available from early next year. Look at the speed. They announced this today and they're going to say early next year. That's not even 3 months away. Apparently other mainstream fintech companies such as mobile payments provider, Square Inc, we already knew that. Stock trading app, Robinhood Markets. And this is, I guess the really important part here is it's really noteworthy just due to the size of PayPal. 350 million active accounts. They processed 222 billion in payments just in the second quarter of 2020. And then maybe PayPal is really just trying to ride the crypto train here. Shares are up 4% a day since announcement. The best day of the entire month for them. Ew, Jerry, why are you texting me, Jerry? Oh my goodness, Jerry can't hear us, guys. We gotta send out our good energy today for our brother Ja. Ja's going into surgery again. Ja's a beloved member, moderator here. Also a veteran who wounded years ago, but has been struggling in surgery on and off since. And he's going back in today, so everybody send him your good energy. Spirit bomb. We're just gonna like collect it like Goku and blast him with it. Such a good guy. He'll be okay. He'll be good. He's strong. And this is not the first one he's gone through. He's gone through many. So just send him your good energies. He'll be fine. What other things of note could there be? I'm like browsing quickly through all kinds of articles for PayPal to try to find anything unique. Really doesn't seem like they... Okay, PayPal did secure a first conditional cryptocurrency license from the state of New York's Department of Financial Services. All right, that is a first step. That will allow the company initially to allow purchases of cryptocurrencies. That's weird. Okay, this is actually important, but I guess this is old information. I guess I always kind of knew this subconsciously. The New York State Department Financial Services, their conditional cryptocurrency license only allows companies to purchase Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash for some reason. That seems crazy to me that that is included, and Litecoin. PayPal's teaming up with Paxos Trust Company to offer the service. At least they have someone else on board who knows what they're doing. Paxos does. I've gotten a lot of criticism over the years for being a Litecoin fan. That's okay. Bring it. Bring the criticism out. And there's many reasons why I like Litecoin. Many. I don't think it's... I certainly don't like it as much as Bitcoin or anything. But one of those reasons is every time I've heard of institution or ETF or crypto indexes, any mention over the years, Litecoin is always included in them. That's all. That's a big factor too. Always. It's important. It's important that it's along for the ride. No, random currency XYZ. Not a part of that. Alright. PayPal. Something else. Man, I'm just in a good mood. You guys in a good mood? Feeling good. Could be feeling good. We're at a yearly high right now. We are so close to the gates. That's not really big news. Canada's first public Bitcoin fund hits $100 million. I guess if you look at all these news articles, you zoom out and look at them. What they really show is that there is going to be a huge, likely unsatiable demand on the institutional level, and that the gateways or the on-ramps just aren't quite there yet. But when they are, how in the world are they ever going to, you know, like an ETF was the golden goose for like 3 years, 4 years, I don't know. And we still don't have one. But how, in order to offer these things, like to sell these things, you need to have the asset. Grayscale can offer it. Grayscale has it. Grayscale having bought upwards of $5 billion worth of crypto this year, something like that. That's insanity. I guess they could get their liquidity from Grayscale, but that's if Grayscale wants to sell it to them. So where PayPal has to have some kind of holding, any company that wants to, any bank, the IMF, say the IMF wants to. They want to be able to hold, offer, transact in Bitcoin. They've got to have the asset. Where are they going to get it? OTC, that's the answer. They're going to get it off exchange. They're going to get it from miners. Sure. OTC doesn't directly impact price. Not directly, because price is just what it's traded at the time on the exchange. But it is supply. It is liquidity. So if you remove those coins from being sold on exchange, there's now less coins to be sold on exchange. Eventually, you don't have the liquidity. That is really the golden goose. That is the result of the golden goose. Is that we see liquidity dry up, like on the side of sale for Bitcoin. And that's when the magic, I think, really will happen. I don't think it's ever happened before to the degree that we could see. Let's look at some short time frame. Yeah, local. No bearish divergence on these local highs. Bullish divergence on MACD, but not RSI. This is 15-minute. Okay. 30-minute MACD, no. RSI, no. Locally, no divergence, no bearish signals on these highs. Is very local. We can go back and likely find it. But again, 30-minute MACD, not RSI. So we have 15 and 30 minute showing MACD, its indicator. Bullish divergence on these lows. And we're not seeing bearish divergence on the highs. That lets me think we're gonna retest them. Oh yeah, hourly. Hourly beasted. Ah. 19th, right here. This is our bugger. This candle. That 13.8, man, that is looking tasty. Oh, nice. I didn't even notice this. That volume. Anybody else notice that? You guys notice that? I didn't catch that. Look at this volume. Olay. The volume on that candle. The highest touch so far. That volume is nutty. It looks like on the 4 hour. That's super high. Because there's been some high hourly candle, some high volume on the hourly candles here. I hate this size. It's okay though. And its sights, man. You know what? I need to pull up other charts. This is kind of like my chillin' chart. I want to see where we are. Oh yeah, buddy. Oh yeah. Burn it. Burn it to the ground. Burn it to the ground, dollar. Oh yeah. Beautiful. And now we see what's given Bitcoin its motivation today. Ooh. Dang, you know, dollar looks like it's trying to retest yearly lows. What? Whoa, what? Stimulus. Stimulus must be coming. US stimulus, it must be coming. The dollar knows it. Dollar knows it. Markets are psychic. Markets know the future, man, I'm telling you. Stimulus is coming. The Dixie chart says it. Not looking at alts yet. Later. There's like my real charts. Buddy. Go Litecoin. I didn't even see you. That's me. But this isn't about Litecoin. We're talking about Bitcoin. Seriously, where are my good charts? My good charts. Oh, cool. Bitcoin dominance did hit our target. Boom. Why do I not? Might take me a little bit. No. I have lots of charts. Here we go. I think this is the... Oh, God, dude, I need some way to organize these charts. Isn't it either? Well, here we go. Screw it. I'm not gonna find my charts because it looks like we're gonna blast here. I thought it had already broken. Copy maybe? I accidentally closed all my tabs last night. Womp womp. Dude, where's my charts? What is going on? I have like 7,000. 7,000 free charts because I'm always making new ones for people. It's somewhere. I don't understand how I have about 400, maybe close to 400 saved charts. There we go. Is this it? This is at least closer to what I'm looking for. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is like at least close to what I was looking for. Oh, I know bearish divergence on the 4 hour. Bum bum bum. The biggest player. The biggest player. No bearish divergence on the 4 hour. That's huge news. That was a big threat. Higher high RSI, higher high in price, no divergence. Wonderful. Oh, but I see no reason that we're not going to 13.8.
You know how goddamn long it's been since a 1K daily candle. I love it. Popcorn, popcorn, popcorn.
Popcorn, pop. Ooh, someone should do a party popper popcorn party text to speech. Party popper popcorn. Thank you, Riga, my bro. Dude, we haven't seen a 1K candle in a while. Is today a 1K candle? Is today a 1K? Almost. Almost. Ooh, that's cool. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. So there is one thing. You guys know I'm transparent. I'm permabull for life. Always have been. Always will be. Doesn't mean I don't bet on down from time to time. Doesn't mean that. But there's something we do have to look at, unfortunately. Something that isn't necessarily bearish or bullish, but it's something. 65. Really? That's it.
Party popper popcorn, party popper popcorn, lol.
Popcorn. Popcorn. Yeah, that was as satisfying as I thought it would. Amazing. Why am I having such a freaking hard time doing this? Alright, let's see. So, there's something we do need to look at. It's not necessarily bearish, not necessarily bullish, but it's something important. Here-ish. Fifth. Sixth. Why has it been... Alright, so what I'm looking at here is pretty much every year, just for the last 2 years, but every year for the last 2 years. Okay, it's on the 25th again this year. Because this year was a leap year, wasn't it? Why was my chart layout machine? I'm hacking. Yeah, this is trolling me. So why can't I just place this where I want it? Okay, that's good enough. 25th. So there's something interesting we do need to look at. Not necessarily bearish, not necessarily bullish, but October, end of October. Oh, by the way, Vlad Usitenko, thank you, my friend, for the party popper popcorn, party popper popcorn. That was satisfying. So, something we do need to be aware of here. Not necessarily bullish or bearish. But, you know, this might just be a better way to... At the end of October 25th, around that area, pretty much every year there's some significant price action. I need to get it far back. Most importantly is the last two. We had October 27th, or it was the 24th. Trading View mixed me up. The 24th into the 25th of October last year. We had a 40% rally, the second largest rally in a 24-hour period ever. And the October before that, October 25th, 24th, well, that wasn't the exact sell-off date. Exactly. It was the start of it. 28. Little peak down, failed rally. The end of October just seems to be a significant time period. Okay? And now we're entering that. We can see that the last two were pretty bearish. Result is pretty bearish. Right? Well, that time's coming up again right now. In about 4 days. I imagine the 24th, 25th, 26th gonna be a spicy time. I don't know what's gonna happen, but just be ready. Be aware that that is an important it is. I don't know why, but it is a time where we see lots of volatility. Lots of volatility. That was, I would say, I don't know if mathematically it's true, but I would say, in my opinion, that last year October was the most savage bull trap ever in Bitcoin history. You know what? I forgot to text Jerry. I have to wish him to send him my energy. To 310 people watching stream, we're all sending our good energy. Done. That would have been dick of me not to reply. It's just, we're just, pay attention. Don't be sleeping. Don't sleep through the 24th or 25th. The last two have been bearish. I don't know. You could argue it either way. Is it going to be a hat trick? Or is it going to be, the last two are bearish, so this one has to be bullish. I don't know. Roll your dice. Roll your dice. So let's mark this on our chart. I recommend I recommend everybody out there, TA and at home, do the same thing. Place a box. Place a box on your chart. Drag it up, drag it down. I'm gonna go there. And you're going there. Just to remind you, this is going to be an interesting time, or at least historically. Historically, it has. Flagging out on the 1 hour. Flagging out. Out, man. We're flagging out. Let's see if lower time frames confirm. Yeah. No bearish divergence. Who was here yesterday? Raise your hand. Anybody? Anybody here yesterday? Of course you were. Of course you were here yesterday. You were here yesterday during our stream. Price had rallied to 12,050. There was a little little debate amongst the regulars, amongst the chat, about 1250. Find what I had up, yes. It's really trolly. No, if you were here, I said, and I still stand by it, I see no reason for the rally to stop at 12,050. No reason. There was some debate. And it was a fair debate. It was a good debate. Oh, that has to be fake. This cannot be real. It's real. What? Holy. What? Yeah, I guess that makes sense because Bitcoin broke its high in August. Wow, though, that is a... Yesterday it had lost ground on total. Monstrous. Hasn't broken its high yet. We're either going to need to see Bitcoin rally probably to that 13 area. We're either going to see that or we're going to see Bitcoin dominance slip. That was kind of my projection yesterday. There yet. Wow, dude. Wow. Wow. That is ridiculous. I don't know why that's so surprising to me. I think it's because yesterday you were rallying. And total was going down. Very odd. Not a common setup. 53 billion, man. 53.5 billion. Same as Bitcoin. We're looking for that next monthly resistance. 535 billion. Next target, if we close above 370 billion this month, 535 billion. Target by end of year. Bitcoin's breaking out, of course. And we just broke the high. Boom. There it is. As soon as I looked away, total got me distracted. Wow. Bruce Willis, man. Or whatever that guy's name is. Yeah, I'm wowed by that. I don't wow all the time. I sham wow. All the time. A bullish divergence here on the 5 minute. Always welcoming bullish divergence during a rally. Copy buying momentum. It's a pretty fresh hourly. Pretty fresh 4 hour. But the high got pushed up. Here we go. New yearly high. Woo! Second one during this stream. 12,895. Nice. Nice. Wow. Wow. That sounds like a cat. Wow. Dude, what else do you say other than just wow? Yeah, 13.8. 13.8's where I'm looking. That's my next. That's my next resistance. That's my next target. You don't know if we're going there now. There's really no way. It's like maybe we back test 12.3 on the daily. Yeah, we just go straight to 8.3. There's really nothing. There's nothing really giving us a sign. My best answer, finally the weekly flipped. Even waiting for that. My best answer is just gotta be careful shorting. I told everyone, public, here we go, pushing up again. I told everyone, I don't know, back in August, maybe, forever ago, I'm done shorting. Or I'm done taking profit until really the foreseeable future.
Ev is having fun also.
That is having fun. Bet it is. Everyone was all freaked out about every alt yesterday. Nice. And like, guys, just relax. Chill. Bitcoin dominance is rallying. It's gonna hurt. Gonna end at some point. That is looking much better than it was. Will say though, it is lacking something Bitcoin has, and that is the engulfed. Dude, at this point, now it's a ridiculous engulfing on the monthly. I wish Ethereum was showing that as well, but I think it's totally possible in the next 10 days for Ethereum to surpass 433. Absolutely. Absolutely. Totally possible, as long as Bitcoin keeps on doing this. Rising tides. Rising tides. Actually, let me look at Ethereum a little deeper. I think it's over resistance now, yep. Back over 388. Let's flip that to support. Yeah, I mean, the next resistance is 433. It already broke the peak. Might even be able to do a little measuring movie here. Do the measure movie. It's this one. 618. 1618 to 453. Measure move. 500. I'll tell you what, man, after this test down here in the Trace Titos, it does not look like Ethereum wants to possibly ever go back under $300. Like, that is a solid fear of the 300 level. But the thing is it's still never backtested 290 to 307. Never totally backtested 307. I don't know why. Odd. Very strange to me. Been waiting for that quite some time. Yeah, I'm looking for the bullish engulfing close on Ethereum monthly as well, provided that Bitcoin doesn't see, like, if Bitcoin sees something crazy unexpected, like, I don't know, somehow this candle turns red into close, then all bets are off for everything. Like, all the coins are going to suffer in USD. I don't think that's likely. I don't think that's probable, but of course everything is possible. Good memories. Anybody remember that probability cage? The brother of the probability box. In retrospect, that was a pretty solid call, huh? When luck meets effort. And we have some serious viewership today, guys. This is amazing. Amazing. 340. What's up, fam? What's up, new fam? Definitely have some new faces here today. It's great to have you. Welcome. We're live every freaking day right here. Usually a little later in the day, but we're spice hunters by trade, so we're on whenever the corn's on, guys. If you could do me a favor, smash that like button. Take out all your frustration right on that like button. And if you're a new face here, please subscribe. Please subscribe. We're live every day. You'll catch us every day if you subscribe. Quality content. If you had been here the last few months, this rally really wouldn't be a huge surprise for you. I mean, we were looking at the bullish edge back in September. Because most other people were a little lost. But we weren't lost. That's playing out awesome. I think I did that whole little intro and got distracted. I don't think I even showed this. Maybe I did. Our shining star. No, I did. That closed yesterday. Confirmation. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Let's keep up the energy. Keep it up. Keep rallying. Keep rallying. Wreck them shorts. $2,928. Almost to 13,000. That's as far as I need. That's as far as I need for this episode. We'll be good there. Saying live every day. Yeah, make sure to can you smash the likes on the new stream. Likes are a little low. We got almost 350-ish watching, 174 likes. And we have issues showing up in search sometimes, and usually it's related to the engagement being low. So the 8 people that thumbs the stream down, thank you, as that actually helps. It's actually the people who haven't liked or disliked that aren't helping it out. If you can spare like, there's no pressure, guys. But it really is helpful. I really do appreciate everyone who's been doing a great job on that. And today, yeah, jump in the Discord. I posted a link in the chat. We don't keep it around. Too many bots join. Jump in the Discord. 24/7 live streaming, educational content. But really, guys, we pretty often, there was like 2 days in the last 7 days where our videos are just unlocatable to our subscribers, to new viewers. So if you're not in the Discord, you don't really have a way of finding us sometimes. You don't want to miss out on this info, especially not when it gets spicy like this. So if you're in the Discord, you'll never miss an episode. It's a place to be. One last while we're just waiting on this breakup. Check out the Patreon, guys. The Patreon is could be for you, for anyone who's looking to grow as a trader, to learn, maybe just to learn how to trade. Never traded, you're interested in it. It's education focused. We got a lot of members. A lot of them are here today. Feel free to ask them what they think about it. Just daily publishes of technical analysis. It's all exclusive, patrons only. Trade setups, educational content, and all patrons have the opportunity to have one-on-one sessions weekly included in the membership. You're looking to become a self-sufficient trader. You're tired of having FOMO FUD YouTube videos tell you what to think about charts. Take the step, and I'll help you learn how to read them yourself. There, I'm done. I'm done shilling myself. Did I link it? I don't even know if I linked it. Maybe the chat's going too fast. And that link to Patreon, that's actually a post that I made public. You can click that. Go ahead, click it, read it. Everyone can see it. Bless K, what's up, dog? Thanks for joining. Graydon Iselmo. What's up? Welcome to all the new fam. But if you click that link, there's a very in-depth breakdown of technical analysis from 2 days ago or a day ago, full of info. And that's just like a little taste. Patrons get that and more daily. So check it out. Everyone can see it. It's public. Done chilling. Going chilling. Another alert. Let's take bets. Where you guys think it's going? End of day. Oh yeah, Wolfpack. Patron social night. That is tomorrow. Oh, it's gonna be a fun one tomorrow, isn't it? I bet we're gonna have a big turnout. We're gonna have a big turnout. They've been a little slower because the price action was... something tells me tomorrow we're gonna be getting a little saucy. A little sassy. Pivotal buddy. Cheers. Let's get hammered. Can't wait. Cannot wait. Alright, let me, coins. Is there anything moving right now? Other than the corn? Anything other than the corn? Litecoin 11%. Looks like some S coins are kind of moving. Well, CoinGecko to find out. Looks like RSR with a 26.2% 24-hour gain. 117 million market cap. That's a micro cap. When it comes to crypto, 6.2% hourly gain. Second. Wow. Guys, yesterday I was telling everyone how terrible, how deathly Litecoin looked, and how I liked it. Actually, how I had bought a lot recently. Litecoin, number 2, 24-hour gainer at 12.8%. 2.5% in the last hour. Number 3, Ren, 12.4%. Just barely coming in at number 3. 12.4% 24-hour gain, 2.7% 1-hour gain. Ren, almost 300 million market cap. I'll say that's a small cap. Litecoin being a large cap. Loop Ring, number 4. 11.1% 24-hour gain, 2.3% 1-hour gain. 207 million market cap. We'll say that's a small cap. Theta. Coming in at number 5. 9.3% 24-hour gain. 2.3% hourly. What else is of note? Waves. 8.6% 24-hour gain. Oh, this is pretty funny. Bitcoin is rarely ever in like the top 20, 30, 24-hour gains. Currently it is though. It is the 11th highest 24-hour gain Bitcoin with 7.7%. That is so unusual. The reason being, $237 billion market cap. That 7% gain is likely a higher dollar value added to market cap than every other coin I just named here. No, certainly it is. It's probably even that 7.7% gain of Bitcoin in the last 24 hours is likely larger than all of those coins I just named combined. Just that 24-hour gain. Gives you an idea of how big Papa Bitcoin is. Papa Bitcoin's a big dude. You don't F around. Let's look at the biggest losers. You can do two things there. Get this after sharp. Yeah, maybe. Dang it. How does that look? Not very good. I'll just take myself off. Oh, I know what I can. Self off. Do this. There we go. Now I can pick my nose and stuff. All no one can see me. Look at the 24-hour losers. Interesting. Not really huge losers here in the 24-hour. FIL. Is that Filecoin? I know nothing about this. Real estate. My brother. Thank you for the generous donation here on this monumental day. Yeah, turn my dang camera on. Thank you for this monumental day. Wait, I got that backwards now. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Real estate, one of our beloved patrons. Feel free to consult with him if you have any questions about the patron from a patron. I don't know. Thank you, brother. You didn't say anything with it, though. I don't know. How did I miss Blessed K? Blessed K, thanks for following. I don't know how I missed that. Sometimes this alert box doesn't work. I don't know. Altcoin. This is the biggest loser today. Did this just start trading? I know nothing about Filecoin. Looks like it started trading the 15th of October. The only thing I actually know about this coin is that BitBoy did an episode on it. All I know. Shout out to BitBoy randomly because he visited our stream yesterday. Pretty cool. Crow with a big lot. He's running big losses. 0.3%. You know what? Let's look at Crow again. Check that out. Crow looking rather ridiculous the last few days. Alright, looks like it's coming in. Coming in hot. Ooh, here we go. Hit the Crow BTC pair hit our 618 retrace at 802. Well, I said this is where I was gonna buy. Do I have the balls? Do I have the balls? This is the most ridiculous chart in all of crypto that I've ever seen. Like this is from September 5th to today, October 21. More than 30 days of red candles. -1. One green, tiny green candle in a series of like 35. It's finally hitting that target. This is the most oversold coin in Bitcoin pair I have ever seen in my life. It's at a 2.36 RSI on the daily. On the dealio. That's insane. See Crow though. Crow USD, something maybe people are more familiar with. Still not convincingly reversing yet. Did hit our target-ish area around 10 cents. Could be a decent ad, who knows. So let's look at something else. ETH still trucking along. Eve truck on. Beer Grin, welcome. Welcome, brothers. Good to have you here. Look at the dollar a little bit more. This is the interesting story, man. Dollar just struggling. Stuck in the struggle bus today. Had a strong September close, the dollar. Strong monthly close. And if you look, it's actually the inverse of Bitcoin. Dollar closed bullish engulfing in September, where Bitcoin closed bearish engulfing. And now into October, though it hasn't bearish engulfed its September candle, which is not far away now, within 0.04 points. Bitcoin with a bullish engulfing monthly candle. Interesting that it continues out to the month or quarterly. Dollar's quarterly close abysmal. Abysmal quarterly close. We can see momentum failed to flip bullish, continued bearish. Yeah, and now seeing the punishment of that. Not doing well. We look at Bitcoin's quarterly close. Amazing quarterly close. Second highest quarterly close ever. Dollar and Bitcoin seem to be running inversely. Not a crazy concept though. Tezos yesterday was a highlight that we looked at. I said I bet Tezos closed back above this trend line. It did not. I was wrong, but looks to bullish engulf yesterday's candle, basically invalidating that close below the trend line. That bullish response. That weekly is just going to be a wick. The weekly is going to close above it and likely continue on with its bullish weekly divergence. Tezos looking fine. Link. Still not decided on Link. Could be bear flagging out here in Bitcoin pair. Bullish engulfed on the daily though for USD pair. That's not too shabby. Right back into our box. I'm undecided on Link. I think that there are other coins closer to their all-time lows, meaning more potential upside. But hey, if you're a fan of Link, it's great news for you here. Close here today would be a great sign. The linkers out there. Man, every time I go off the camera for a second, our views just... Guess you guys love my face. That's okay, I love your faces too. Feelings mutual. Ranch still doing pretty good here. Like 300 some viewing. I can deal with it. Welcome to all the new faces here today. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Been live for about 2 hours. SNE, Sony. Looked at this yesterday. Potentially finding support at our 72. Not a lot of action there though. Still think the edge is to look too short. Near the 85 range, maybe top of this ascending wedge. Hard to be bullish here. There's a lot of weird signals going on with Sony lately. GLD requested by Josh. Josh, you might have gotten your double bottom, buddy. Might have gotten your double bottom and trend line break. I don't know if you're here, Josh, but bullish engulfed on the daily, still not enough. I need to see a daily close outside of this trend, and if so, we have our nice little scalp back up to $9 for about a 20% take. Solid trade there. Possibility, but nothing confirming yet that there may be a close to 100% play here. Back up to the 0.5 retrace on a trend line break. 100% take. Not so confident in that at this time. We're gonna have to see when this trend line breaks and how it reacts to the 236 at $9. Look for divergence there. Engine number 9. Okay, let's keep at the USD. Let's just pull a bunch of other charts. I was gonna mash through some charts today. What do you guys think about that? Good monster. And John, my brother. Thank you for the €5. appreciated, my friend. Appreciated. MACD. MACD looking back bullish here on XRP, but honestly, RSI is showing nothing. I mean, if you're an XRP fan, there's nothing wrong with that. Go for it. XRP, not my coin of choice. Doesn't fit the criteria that I look for in coins. But you know what? That's why we have so many coins. We have a lot of coins here. Got a lot of different views, a lot of different tastes. XRP is gonna have to close this weekly out above 25.6 for a bullish engulfed weekly. Could set it up for a run to 28.2 cents. What else have we got? OMG, Josh. It's just like Josh hour. Everybody freaking out about OMG yesterday. Told you nothing to worry about, just relax. Looks to be pushing for the bullish engulf on the daily, as everything else is. Needs that close, $3.36.25 for OMG. I'm gonna put an alert. Looks as if it's wicked up to that level and pulled back. And if it retakes it, likely looking to close there. Why? Give me an alert. I don't want an alert on the ray. I want an alert above the ray. Got an alert for something. That alert just triggered that I just set. Yep, okay, that's annoying. Set it on a lower time frame. And it went off again. Oh, my phone. Alright, well, it can't even play a noise because it's going off. OMG looking fine. Bullish engulf will pretty much invalidate the break of the support, and really just bodes well for our pattern we're looking for here. OMG basically just needs to hold the $3 range, and upside is coming. My target's still $6 here. Still looking for that same 6 we've been looking for since $2.50 support hit and bounced. And nothing's changed. There's a lot of movement yesterday on these coins, but all of these moves are just being instantly invalidated, just taken back immediately. In NASDAQ, or the US Tech 100. US Tech 100. Dude. Nice, we haven't checked this out in a while. Has still yet to truly backtest our 11,570, but guys, this might be one of those times I admit that maybe I wasn't totally correct. Maybe it was the 11,602 we were looking for the whole time, and I was being lazy. 11,614. Do a little US 100 Tech yay here. 4-hour bullish divergence painting, looking to roll over. Definitely looking to roll over on MACD. Yes, I know. Gasp. We do stocks here sometimes, guys. We do all charts. I was charting out who reports the other day on our Discord. Everything can be charted. Phone, I swear to God. Phone. How many alerts in a row are you gonna give me? Stop triggering that OMG alert. Didn't go off. I swear it didn't go off. You're a dirty liar. You're a dirty liar, phone. It didn't go off. Okay, US Tech 100 4-hour bullish divergence. Divergence. Lower swing low in price. Higher swing low on MACD. Not on RSI. RSI is still looking a little sketch here. Maybe I was too quick to say I was wrong. Take this back. That trend line's going right back to where it was, 11,570. Zoom it out to the 12 hours, see if we have any more hints here. Definitely creating divergence again though. This time, since we zoomed out on the 12 hour, RSI is now reflecting it as well. Out the top, try to catch the bottom. Inverse head and shoulders pattern still in play. Still in play. I would say as long as 11,500. And this is really, I'm just making an arbitrary number here. Yeah, as long as 11,500 is not lost. Inverse head and shoulders still in play. Retest that 12,466 local high. Looking to do it a lot healthier than I imagined though. I thought it was going to be a straight run originally until we caught the 4-hour bearish divergence on our highs, and that's when we targeted the 11,570 range. So far, check mark. A+. Giving myself ratings. See what else we have up. Crude. How's crude doing? But it's doing like crap, just like I've been saying for weeks. Doing crap. Crude, it just, in my opinion, is the epitome of failed rally. Just unable to follow other assets. Had a similar sell-off as everything else did in March, and has accomplished nothing since. In March, left a large gap to selling. That's this white box here. Has failed to do anything except for fill that gap. Almost every other asset, we've seen this action. A move back up, maybe to the 786, a much deeper retrace. And a lot of assets have actually set a new high from their high before March. This just looks like no energy, low energy. Not bullish on crude in any way at this moment. Maybe 2020 has a kinder future for it. 2021, but 2020, not so kind to crude right now. EOS. Did EOS hit our target? Wait, it didn't save. Here we go. EOS. EOS BTC pair fell through our target at 2100 sats, so what is next? Look out below. Look out below, man. EOS looking very sad. Bitcoin pair here. Possibly looking for another 50% down. That's savage. Hopefully, if EOS can close today's daily, and this is definitely possible, we can close today's daily above 2100, we wick up, then we can start looking for a reversal, but at this moment, not hot. Look at link. Row. Algo. Who wants to look at Algo? Algo. Looking for a bullish 100, 200 4-hour cross, but running into resistance at the 50. This is going to be the important area for Algo. Right here, can already tell you. Don't even have to TA it. A by I. Algo going to find resistance at 31.5 to 31.8 cents. 4-hour bullish divergence though, so it is likely to test it. See that on MACD and RSI. But I'm thinking actually rather likely to test this if it can break it. Not sure on the 4-hour here. Let's switch it over to the daily, see if it gives us any other signs. but very likely to be heading to that 31.8 area. Daily not giving us much either. Looking to close above the 200 daily moving average, that is nice. That's 3250 resistance above it. Target's still 38 cents. Target is still 38 cents. Could not tell you how long this will take, but that 100 daily moving average wants to be tested. The 100 and 200 do not like being that far apart. Don't know when it gets there, but it's heading. 38.88 cents. It's like a Yiffy. The furry coin. Hasn't broken its low yet. Not making notable urgencies either. It's really undecided. Little bit of 4 hour. Bit of power on the 4 hour. Up into, yeah, running into resistance at the 50. A lot of coins are seeing that today. The 4 hour 50 moving average acting as resistance on many a coin today. Oof. OXT, man, that was such a nice play at 24.88 cents and just lost it. Lost it. Still painting daily bullish divergence though. Savage. That was a good trade. But even the best trades don't always work. Yeah. It's to be running from its descending trend line here. Look for a break on the weekly over that. And pretty quick your target will be 34 cents. Pretty quick. Back at Bitcoin. Okay, a little consolidation. Looks good though, man. Looks hecka good. Look at this hourly stotch. That's a rocket. Do not see that very often. The more you zoom out, the better Bitcoin looks. It's incredible. Everyone watching. Yeah, it's not quite as super spicy as it was this morning. This morning was super spice. It's okay. More spice is coming. Have to be patient. Target is still up in the 13s, so we're not quite there yet. Especially if we continue to see the dollar sell off. And I didn't have time to like organize my charts like I usually. I'm gonna drop the Discord link in the chat one more time for everybody. Make sure you're in there. Only had like 2 people join today. I can't believe that, with 300-ish, upwards of 350 watching. Only had 2 people join, 3 people. That seems weird. Is that link not working? I can see that. That'd be a possibility. 13.8, that's where I'm looking. That's the last monthly resistance in existence. We broke the 12.3, whatever. 12.3, whatever, I don't really remember at this point. So that's next. Maybe we backtest the resistance we just broke first, who knows, but 13.8, man, that's up next. Okay, good. Now some people are joining. Get in the Discord. Now we got a few. You need to be in there. We're live daily, guys. We have been the source for a month of just this cutting edge TA. All of it leading up to this. If you're in the Discord, you'll never miss an episode. YouTube does not always allow people to find our shows, unfortunately. Oh, this is what I was looking for the whole time. Wow, and it was the first chart. No reason to find resistance here. If you're here yesterday, you would know that as well. Okay, it does look like 12.927 is our last, probably weekly. Yep. So here we are, and there's nothing. Looks to be our last resistance, really, of any kind until that 13.863. We're not seeing bearish divergence really on any time frame, other than maybe like 5 minute. But hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, daily. I might say it again. I don't see why it would stop here. What we should do is we should look to see what retrace we might get. Check it out. Could see as low as 12.4, 36, but we might be getting a shallow retrace. 6, 7. It is just a dangerous time. This is a dangerous time to go dangerous time to go long, dangerous time to go short, as all the best times are. Like the time to have already been in your position. Support. That's what I did yesterday. I was on fire. I was like, what we need to see is another rally up, like the 13s. We're into these like high 12s. And the reason for that is so that we can invalidate our bearish divergence. Bam, that's what we got. Invalidated our bearish divergence and hit those targets. That's straight fire. This knowledge coming to you for free every day. Live. Finally got good sleep, man. I have not slept well in like a week. Just call me Joe. I just saw that name flash. Dude, been a while. Welcome back. Absolutely, Tom G. It's so true. Like, I'm sure everyone on YouTube says that, like, oh, first, dude, we actually did. It's all recorded. You can go back. There's a record. We caught all of these edges. We cut them all. That's what we do. I mean, I spend all my time staring at charts. It's gonna be hard to beat me to the punch on finding anything. honestly. Unless you're always staring at the charts, then we can have a chart off, and I welcome that. A healthy chart off. Nice. Nice. Videos do well. All looks good. And here. Oh man. Restitos. I heard that there's still only 6 people joined the Discord, and we had like 4,000 views today. You know, it's because Jaw's not here hyping it up. Why? Sending him. Everybody better be sending him our good energy still. Needs it. He sends his wishes back, by the way. Message me from the from the waiting room, asking me what the price was. Good job. I love our fam. Our fam. Refill on my soda, on my caffeines. Grab that quick. I'll put the Oak scoop up. It's still too funny to me that this actually works. As silly as that is. Putting this image up while I go, like, grab a drink or go to the bathroom, like, for whatever reason, has way less impact. If I don't do this and I'm off the screen for like any amount of time, the views drop hard. And just having this picture of me up somehow works, so. I'm grabbing a soda. But our charting's not done today, boys. That 12,927, that's not gonna last. Alright, while I grab this, make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're new here. Slap that bell. Get in the Discord. It's free. 24/7 live streams. Usually I put my charts up after the episode so you guys can follow along on our TA from the episode. Educational resources, and it's the only way to actually find us when we're streaming consistently. Other than that, give a few minutes here. Click that link to the patron. Click the link. Just click it. Click it. It has a public patron post. You know what? Not enough people are clicking it, I feel. So I'm just gonna pull it up. This is what you can expect. Charts, examples, screenshots for each time frame, explaining what's going on in detail and what we should be looking for. A little taste. Check it out. Have your assignment. I'll be right back. Alright, we are back. Give me two. Alright, smoke shield's coming down. Coming on down, and there we go. And there we go, alright. I think we need some pump jams. What do you guys think? I got my monster. Time for pump jams. Oh yeah. Christopher Huffman. Welcome to the fam, brother. Thank you for subscribing. Ooh, how you guys feeling? Lost about 100 viewers there. It's all good. Monster time. Let's see. Did I lose? Yep, I lost it again. Alright, we kept 200. Let's chill in the chat for a while. Sorry I've been so bad at keeping up with the chat lately. Like, extra bad. I apologize. I've just been in the zone. What's up, Minky Flicker? Minky Flicker is one of my biggest fans for the Bitcoin ASMR. Emmett Wilson, what's up, dog? How you doing, dude? That Apple close, son. You are a god among men for that Apple trade. Amazing trade. Let's turn this off. Let's get the bangers. We're going into the custom playlist now. Custom. We need the classic. We need the classic pump song. Mortals. What's up, Jason Death Rage? Look at the Voyager. Never heard of it. Stefan, what's up, dude? Good to have you back. Still in that little band of resistance here. Stopping perfectly at our 2972. Man, that is real. Man, the TA doesn't lie. The TA only tells you truth. Look at that. No matter how many gods fall. Yo, T-Friend. Working, chilling, yeah, well. Thanks for tuning in. We'll keep you up to date. Pivotal, I have no idea where SSL is, but if he's listening out there somewhere, SSL, we miss you, brother. Messy coin. Yo, Adam, what's up, bro? It has been a while. Good to see you. We got a lot of familiar faces returning here in the last 48 hours. It's a welcome change. I will leave nothing of you in my wake. DJ SM, what's up, man? Daniel Davis, Norman Ives. I mean, 20k, man. There's one. Well, I guess we technically will say two. Seeing as our 12.927 resistance held it right now. Not a strong selling response to it, though. Almost none. It's almost eerie how little. Almost eerie how weak the selling is here. And it's flagging out again. Could see a back test come back to 12,761. Could see that. But once the market retakes 12,927, there's nothing. There's nothing. Nothing to 13,863. This is the big resistance, guys. This is the Papa. This is the Papa Bear. This is the gatekeeper. This is the keeper of all gates. The last resistance, man. That's it. Dating all the way back to December 2014. 13,863. Break that. And you're at 20K. I mean, you break that, there's nothing. Just game over. Or I guess the game starts. Either way. Depends how you look at it. Lambo Rider, what's up? D'Alençon. D'Alençon. Good to see D'Alençon. Smo Moosey, what up? Anthony Isamaid. Dude, that's a name I haven't seen in a while. Welcome back. We already looked at Eth. You're welcome to scroll back in the video. We'll probably take a look at Eth again at some point here today, but not this second. Vlad Usatenko, already shouted you out, but worth it again. Alibaba, what's up, man? Real estate, obviously. Justin Bond. Real estate. Dude, did you say something after that donation? Because it didn't read anything to me. That's really the only way to get my attention when I'm in the zone. Mike Typhon. Mike Typhon. Road to the moon, man. March 2020 was the end of the bear domination. It's looking that way. Got you again. What's up, dude? Wrecked City, I respect your commitment, man. I respect it. I respect your dedication. A legend in these parts, some say. Crypto Bread. Crypto Bread. That was a while ago. You're still here? What's up? Aox Vesemir. What's up, dude? Crypto Mind. This is like all the way back 2 hours ago, so these people like probably aren't even here. Wiggle IT. What's up? Wolfpack, I don't know if I shouted you out, bro. But you know I always think of you. If I ever don't shout you out, it's just because I'm always thinking of you anyway. Coinstant, back again. What's up, dude? Sasha. Razvan96, what's up, man? Blessed K. Dude, there's so many new names here today. Primal Suds. Did BTC win? Yes. You're having some kind of issue with the stream again? Could be. Ooh. Sounds like something broke in my house. Oops. Where is the Lizard King? Good question. He's been here. Been here for a few days in a row, actually. Later, Sylv. Love you, darling. Slappy Flaps. I've never heard that name before, but it makes me giggle. Lack of volume. I don't know, dude. There's a lot of volume. Tons of volume right here. Massive. One of the highest hourly volume candles in easily the month. There's pretty solid volume.
Black magic.
You can even see it picking up on the daily. Where you're really gonna see the volume you're looking for, right up there. 13.8. That's where you're gonna see volume explode. And you placed volume here, and then you sold off. There's no reason to have like any volume in any of this area. So now you're on like the first candle where there should be some real volume, and we're seeing it. We're seeing increase in volume on the daily, and we're seeing it specifically on this candle. Very high volume. Slappy flat. Slappa flat. Keegs. No, I don't recognize your name, Keegs, actually. Sorry, I usually do. MW, can I look at BitConnect? Only if I had a time machine could I do that. Prakar, I don't know what Wing is. It sounds like a low cap S-coin. Really? Some competition live today. People stealing our time slot. It's okay.
I can't be stopped.
Might be a lull here in price volatility. Might be. And of course, there's a freaking scam stream at the top of the search results. Tisk tisk.
Black magic.
Oh. Oh, you know, that's a new kind of scam, isn't it? They're getting crafty. Oh god. We scam. Oh. You know what? You know what, guys? Yeah, here's the 12.762 back test. I have a good idea. don't think. Maybe. Yeah, there's the back test. Boom. Easy peasy. Cheesy. Ooh. Little boot. Never backtested 12.571 though. We may get that. That wouldn't be out of the question. Music too loud? I could see that. Let's see. Maybe that's better. I don't know. Something like that. Yeah, it does look like it was too loud. There we go. Thank you. Seems like we're chilling. Well, 5-minute divergence here. Oh, the 5-minute. You useless time frame. See if that translates out anywhere. Man, gonna have a little chill time. Okay, a lot of excitement. It's okay to have a little downtime. Take a breath. Charge. Best time to make sure you're in the Discord. I can't believe only 6 people joined the Discord today. I've had like 4,000 unique viewers. 6 people joined. So important. It's the only way to get alerts when the spice is happening. We're going live. Very importante. I'm gonna drop that Discord link one more time for y'all. One more time. Click it. Get in there. Click it. Click it. Back it. Hey. Anthony, you're new here. Anthony's new here. Well, Anthony, it's great to have you. Great to have you, new Anthony. He's trolling. He's trolling. Check if there's any good news going on. Wouldn't surprise me to see a bunch of other news come out today. Jerome Powell, what? Oh, Pomp said. All right, I thought... I was like, but okay, Jerome Powell of the Federal Reserve said essentially the other day that it's better for the US to roll out the digital dollar. Isn't it crazy? That narrative shift that we definitely were not looking for, maybe starting last 3 weeks ago. Saying that it's better for them to get it right than to be first. And then I saw an article that said Pomp said we need to do it now, and I thought that was Powell. Just like misread. Of course Pomp did. Pomp's probably been saying that for years. It doesn't mean crap to me. Here's more gibberish news. Report ranks crypto next to gold in popularity with Russian investors. I'll take a poll right now. I'm the only sample size. 100% of surveyed participants said crypto is the best, according to Tom Crown's one-person study. Let's see if there's any traditional market news. Snap still soaring. Hedge fund inflows highest since 2018. Interesting. I'm gonna move. No, it looks like I'm looking at it when I'm reading. No, now it looks like I'm looking at the chart when I'm reading my news. Ant group from China, yes, yes. Dude, the Fed is really pounding home this slow recovery rhetoric. Pounding it home. It seems like every day they're kind of saying something slightly different, but along the same lines. That's big. That's big. Really not a lot of news. Thought there'd be more today. Looks like indices are pretty much flat. Gold and silver looking at about 1% gain. Apple down. Really just hovering at 117. Google up 2%, 3%, which is funny because Alphabet expected it to be down since yesterday they got basically served for antitrust. Looks like the market is confident that that antitrust suit is not going to go through anytime soon. Everyone's really riding for this stimulus, and you know who knew about the stimulus first? You're looking at it. Bitcoin, man. Markets know the future. They're psychic. This rally, as soon as we saw it, that was one of the first things I said is, this is suggesting stimulus is closer than it may appear. Man, very little news. Slow news cycle day, that's weird. Nothing. Nothing here. Rico Suave. Rika. Ricky Savage. I don't know why that reminded me of American Dad. Ah, gee, what is with the hex chillage all of a sudden? Dude, this happens randomly. No one says a word about hex. And then out of nowhere, it's like 5 people in the same 10-minute period join the stream and are like shilling hex. Dude, that's shady AF. That's some shade city, man. Does not feel organic. Does not feel organic. Rico S, you know what the deal is. You know what the plan is. Plan activated. Ooh, I'm still sharing my screen on this. Ooh, it's not good. That's another reason I'm probably lagging. Huckstas are out, son. No worries. I have a feeling that I'm gonna have. Okay. Where can you get that cool shirt? Ah, it's actually my favorite shirt. Not even to shill myself. I wear these shirts all the time. Right there. Discord link in the chat. Hex boys, there's a $50 minimum on Hex TA. So if one of you comes up with a $50 minimum for Hex, I will chart it. But that's what it is. $50 minimum on Hex, $50 minimum on BitConnect. $50 minimum. Bam, you know what, dude? I'm a man of my word. I'm a man of my word. I'll do it. Is what it is. Oh, dude, fair enough. This is the first time this has ever been charted in the chat. In the Tom Crown stream. And in fairness, I will retract the Hex Gate for now. Oof.
HEXican reporting for duty.
You guys know I'm a man of my word. I don't go back on it. I don't go back. If I say something, I mean it. $1. But I'm a man of my word, and I'm a man of the analysis buds, so I can only say what is there. But I will vow to be unbiased. Alright, let's check her out. My opinion on a coin does not matter. Only the chart. And I have literally never seen this chart before, so let's take a look. Not enough history for a weekly. Go to the day. Okay. All right. Hex. X. First time I've ever looked at it. 27th of July to the 31st of July. High at 0.0065 cents. Price currently at 0.0056 cents. Reaching. However, here's what Hex needs to do. Hex bulls need this. This is what they need. RSI high at 80.76 on the daily from the late July 2020 rally. If this rally is to continue, obviously we need to break that high, but not just does this high need to break, RSI needs to come with it. And I need to see a break of that 80.76 on the daily RSI and a break of 0.0065 cents. Likely that can be accomplished at 0.009 cents. No real signs of divergence. No bearish divergence yet. We're gonna have to zoom in. Don't have enough chart history. No bearish divergence locally. No real signs of bullish divergence either. Wow. Thanks, coin. Wow, there's not a lot. There's not a lot right now. There's very little divergence, positive or negative. On the 4 hour is above all moving averages. Daily, we see the 50 coming to cross the 100 bullishly. In the event of a sell-off, I would look in the 0.0036 range. And in the event of the rally, because really I'm not seeing signs for either. I'm just totally honest. Not really seeing it. We're not seeing the divergence on the highs that would suggest that it's topped out, and we're not seeing the divergence on the lows that's suggesting that we are going up. This is in a very neutral place. Very neutral. It says 0.0065, really your only resistance that exists. Because this chart does not have a lot of history. If we zoom into the hourly, maybe we see something. It's avoided bearish divergence on the highs, even down to the hour. So MACD, this is the first like anything we've seen now. This chart is really just doesn't have a lot going on. That's just a neutral statement. We do see potential for bearish divergence on the MACD here, as the swing high on MACD is lower, but it's not yet confirmed. We haven't seen a flip back to the negative momentum on the hourly. The test of the 20 moving average at 0.05 is likely. Perhaps as low as 0052. That would be all pretty just normal price fluctuation. Yep. Yep. Here's what it is. This is all I can say, and this is no bias, dudes. Everyone here that's a regular knows that I do not have bias when I look at charts, no matter how I feel. This is really what it is. This is your only resistance. It's at 00644. On a test of that, which is likely, you're going to look to see if you have bearish divergence from the previous high in the late July area. If you do, not going to be a super bullish signal, likely to see a retest of 0051, 0052. If you don't have bearish divergence, and if you break this high, I would look for a backtest on that 00644. In the event you don't have bearish divergence. And if that happens, what can we expect? See the measured move. See if it lines up with any of our fib action. It's about where I expected. Check it out on a smaller frame. That's the only thing that really concerns me at all. See this sell-off? Measured move is just underneath this resistance. And if that is broken, if 0064 is broken and avoids the bearish divergence on the highs, man, just zoned out there. Likely to be looking at 1.4 cents, 0.5 retrace. Once you get there, you reevaluate. Yes, you could have 0.22 cents as well for the 618, but this is the probable zone in the condition that you break what is pretty much the only resistance, and when you do so, you don't paint bearish divergence. Unfortunately, that's really all I can say about this chart. There's 3 key values here. Those key values currently are 0.0367 cents in the event of a sell-off. Holy crap.
What the hux is going on? Buy BTC.
Hey, I said $50 minimum for Hex TA. Someone coughed it up. Here we are. I really wish I had something to say outside of there's 3 key values, 0.03677, 0.0644 as your only resistance. And above that, I mean, you have your measured move, and then you have your retrace. I don't know if I validate this wick though. That wick is not really comforting. So I think more likely is to take this measured move.
Uniswap. Vision Uniswap V1
Bam.
has more history heart.
Oh, fire button. Yeah, we can look at Uni. These are the values. There's not a lot to say about it. So thank you for the 50. This is the first time ever on this channel have we ever looked at Hex. Today's a first for many things. Real estate, thank you for the 10, my friend. What's going on? Dude, I put the challenge out there. I'm a man of my word. Challenge was accepted. Is what it is. TA is TA, man. TA does as TA does. Uniswap version 1 has more history. Is this Uniswap version 1? I honestly do not know. I do not know of... Is this it? I don't know if I don't know if TradingView has that. I didn't see it. I don't believe there was. Oh, it does. Okay, that makes it spicier. Gotta do what I gotta do. Mashing out another 50. Gotta do as I gotta do. Alright, so it looks like we do have... Oh, this is Hex F. So this is totally different. Totes difference. It'll be a monthly. There we go. Got a weekly resistance at least. Maybe two. This is Uniswap, or this is a different pair. So this is a totally different measurement. Likely support 130,000. What is the F unit? Y? GWs? I don't even know how to say it. 130,000. Likely resistance at 162,000. No bearish divergence on the daily at this point. Yeah, this is in the same boat. Though possibly on MACD. Possibly on MACD. Reversal here for the Hex WF pair would not be good. Not be good according to MACD. Interesting. Setting up for the same thing, we have that 50-200. Same zone, or same setup. Would be my target again in the event of a sell-off. Let's see where we are on the retracement from the swing high to low. 618. Oh, that lines up with everything. That lines it all up. This needs to push higher. Needs to push higher. A reversal here for this pair Hex WF would be not good. That would be a very bearish signal. And would really align with testing this bullish 5100 daily. It's a 618 retrace of the swing high to swing low. That is a powerful spot to reverse. We don't see the reversal at this point. One candle, not enough. Really wants to come up and break this previous 162,000. And it needs to avoid that bearish divergence on the daily. I mean, if it doesn't, it is in trouble. 4 hour RSI though looks okay. 4 hour MACD looks okay. For the daily though, not a good place to retrace. Not a good place to reverse. So here's your targets. 162,000. Or you're looking likely at a retest of 100,000.
Giving you 50 to stop looking at that proof of stupidity coin.
The money speaks. There we are. That's really where I was wrapping up anyway. Those are your targets. Got an upside target and a downside target. For the Rico. And Bitcoin's just chilling. Bitcoin's chilling, my friends. Alright, we did it. We looked at it. We kept our word. I mean, charts are charts. I don't hate charts. Really, I just dislike maybe attitudes, intentions. That's pretty much the point of all crypto, though, is that can't change. One actor can't change things. Stefan, not a bad suggestion. Dark nothing. That's not what I said, buddy. That's what I said. I don't hate coins. I don't hate charts. I'll look at any chart. Certainly I favor some coins over others. But I'll look at any chart. Charts are charts, man. Charts have no bias. Look at this 6-hour MACD on the corn. Wow. Wow. Owen Wilson. Wow. 6 hours gorgeous. Blasting. Blasting up that RSI. Yeah, dude, charts are charts. I'm a chartist. I'm a master of the dark charts. I'm not gonna make up TA or something just because maybe a coin isn't something I like. Where do we go from here? Do reserve the right not to do TA and to arbitrarily assign a minimum for something as well. But I'm never going to lie, or I'm never going to make stuff up about something. That would be dishonest. Dude, 13,870. We're just in a waiting period now. We're just waiting. We're loading. Loading. Please wait. Likely. Still trucking along. Views are down about half though, unfortunately. That's when I was earlier, like, I said, like, I have an idea. My idea basically is, it looks like we're going to be going through a low volatility period. Meaning, I don't know, maybe for a few hours. And that's pretty much what's happened. So the charts were telling me, the dark charts. Masters of the dark chart. 15-minute bullish divergence on the lows, dude. It just keeps doing it. Is it invincible? Oh, this is 5-minute. Okay. Just keeps doing it. 15-minute as well. The 30. 30 hasn't flipped yet. Well, considering the chat seems to be devolving quickly. Go into shill mode. Join the Discord. Like the stream. Subscribe. What other channel is willing to give unbiased TA regardless. Uncontroversial things, probably nobody. But I'll do. I don't care. Make sure you're subscribed. Check out the Patreon. Check out the Patreon post. It is a public post. Everyone can get a taste of the patron membership. Oh, nice. We got a bunch of people joined now. Nice. A bunch of people joined the old disc. Excellent. Alright, if we break this 12,762, we don't close this candle above it, we do have 12,571 below. Lines up pretty well with the 0.5 retrace. So this would not be unexpected. But something tells me that candle's probably gonna close above it. And in that event, maybe we're looking, yep, 12,688. Really, it doesn't even matter. It's probably just gonna close above it. So that's where I'll look if we break. Does look like maybe we nipped trend line. Yeah, I think we're gonna go into... I've been thinking this for a while, actually. Does look like we're gonna go into some kind of consolidation-ish sideways. Maybe the retracement down to the 12,571. But I don't think it's likely that we see more upside, at least in the next few hours. Maybe in the last hour, or the last 4-hour candle of the day. In about 2 hours from now, maybe. We got that typical 4-hour indecision candle. You guys have seen me repeatedly, when we see this during streams, is when I cut it. And almost always is there no action. There we go, go and close back up. So yeah, here's what we're gonna do. I have a feeling we're gonna be streaming. I have a feeling we have more upside later today. I do. And so I think it's time to cut the stream. Till then. We've been on for like 3 hours anyway. And make sure you're in the Discord, because I'll be shooting out notifications the second this breaks. Likely gonna go back live. So make sure you're liked and subscribed and in the Discord, guys. It was a great stream. There's more to come. I have a feeling there's more to come today. If you're in the Discord, you'll know when we're back. Bam, called it live again. They're right back above. So I hope you rejoin us then. That's like what? Maybe in 2 hours, maybe. Less than 6 hours, likely. Honestly, maybe the second I turn the stream off, it'll rally. That's happened before. I'm gonna take a break. You guys take a break. Make sure you're subscribed and join us again, probably later today. And if we trade sideways into the end of the day, maybe tomorrow. Maybe we'll see you during the regular stream tomorrow. So, love you, fam. Happy trades. Enjoy the spice, and be ready. Be ready for more. One more time, hitting that Discord link out. Make sure you're in it.